Here we're going to explore the Windows 7 desktop. If you look in the top right part of your screen, you'll notice that we have a recycle bin. In the recycle bin, it is actually used as a storage area for files that you have been deleting. If you decide that you want to explore a little further and take a look in this area, this shows a folder. A folder is a container to house files that you want to save. In this particular case, I want to open this folder, so what I'm going to do is double click. When I double click, that means I've left clicked 2 times, and if I look over in this area, I can see that I'm in the projects folder and it has a file that I have stored inside of it. I'm going to click on X in order to close out of this area. Furthermore, if I decide that I want to take this particular folder and put it in the recycle bin, all I'm going to do is left click, don't let go, and keep on until I move it to the recycle bin. You'll notice you get a little screen tip that gives you instructions on what's happening. Release the mouse, and now the recycle bin contains the files as well as that folder that I have deleted. To visually see the contents of the recycle bin, double click. If you look inside, you'll notice that that folder as well as the files have been placed in here. In this case, I decide that I want to close the recycle bin, so I click on the red X. And in addition, I want to empty the contents of the recycle bin. Using my mouse, I'm going to move my pointer, which is the little white arrow that you see in the middle. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to look at the menu that just opened up, and it says Open Empty Recycle Bin, and that's what I want to select, so I'm going to click to empty the contents of the recycle bin. Now it asks if I'm sure I want to permanently delete this folder. I'm going to select yes, and you'll notice that the recycle bin contents have been removed. Further down, we have this area which is called the taskbar. If we look from left to right, we notice this is the start menu. By clicking it, we typically look in the section that has all programs. This is normally where you would go in to access programs that you have installed in your computer. Furthermore, you'll notice there is Microsoft Office, and if you select that, it's one of our more popular applications. If you select that particular folder, you can see the programs you have installed for that particular program. I'm going to have you take a look here at Shutdown. If you decide that you want to close all of your programs, files, and folders, and you want to log off your computer, you can click Shutdown in order to start that process. I'm going to click in a blank area in order to close the Start menu. Moving over to the far right, this is your notification area. You'll notice that if you want to control the sound on your system, you can click on the symbol for the sound, and if you click in the middle in this location, it'll actually cut the sound off. To turn your sound back on, what you can do is go back in, click on that same icon, meaning the pictures that are shortcuts for what you're trying to access. You can click on the speakers again, and it turns the sound back on. Because I'm using a laptop, it's just showing the charge for my particular system, and in addition to that, it's showing that it is plugged in. This symbol represents the internet, and it shows that I have access to the web. This area represents the time feature, in addition to showing you the date. The benefit of this area, which is a vertical rectangle, shows you your desktop. So let's pretend for a moment. If I have a file that is opened on my computer, and if I were typing, if I wanted to quickly get to the desktop, all I'd have to do is click on Show Desktop, and it quickly takes me back to where I began. That concludes this section for exploring the Windows 7 desktop.